So any car you're ever going to be modeling is going to have one of these features. If you look at the side of this Aston Martin Superleggera DBS that I'm working on, it's got this seam here. It's like a sharp edge that then merges into the surface underneath, and it just sort of fades away. Every car that I've ever seen has this. Maybe some cars don't, but pretty much every car you're ever going to be working on, you're going to run into something similar. I got the same thing going on up here, and I'm going to have the same thing going on a bunch of other parts of this car. So let me show you how you can do those while also retaining clean topology. So how do you do this without getting artifacts, without fucking everything up? Okay, so here you go. Let's do it on a new Blender file just so it's a little bit easier to understand. We're going to use our UV sphere, and let's also use a shiny matte cap. Let's use the red one. Okay, you always want to use the red one when you're working with cars because that's going to make your shit shiny, so you're going to be able to see imperfections, curves, light reflections a little bit better. It's just more convenient for modeling organic surfaces. Now, let's also disable my cavity because that highlights my edges, and I don't want that in this situation. I want to have a little bit more geometry, so I'm just going to apply one level of subdivision surface, and then we're going to go object shade smooth, and then we're going to add another subdivision surface modifier. So we have more geometry than we did originally, and now it's also under the influence of a new subdivision surface modifier. So what you do now is this. And just to accentuate this further, we can also scale it down, but you take an edge segment like this, alright? And there are two ways to do it, so let's take two edge segments. With Control B, we're going to bevel them, and then you're going to scroll up once so you have two segments on that bevel. And it's going to give you this. Now, when you add a bevel, it adds geometry around the edge, so it's basically like adding a loop cut here, which is supporting geometry, which tightens that edge, which makes it sharper, okay? So we did the same thing with the bevel, except we have an end to this. The problem is that right now the end is shitty. So right now we have this weird shading going on over here. That's because we have an end gone. We have this really bad topology happening over here. So that's not good. That's why it doesn't look very clean. So the way to clean that up is this. We can do it on both of these simultaneously. We're going to slide them over to the end, okay, with double G. So we take these vertices, double G, you slide them till they reach the end. Then you select everything and you press M to merge by distance. That's going to take the vertices which are in the same place. It's going to turn them into one vertex, okay? So now this is connected here, but we still have a problem. We still have some shading issues, as you can see up here. So first, we're going to take this vertex, we're going to slide it backwards a little bit like this. And maybe let's just slide it a little bit to start, and we can take it further later if we want to. We're going to select this edge over here, and X dissolve edges. That's going to turn this into a quad. So now we don't have triangles anymore, we have a quad. That's always better than triangles. You always want to keep quads only. That's one of the main principles of good topology. So now that we have only a quad, you can see that now it looks a lot nicer. So now it fades away quite nicely. And now you can play around with this, so you can take this further if you want to, if you think that's going to look better. Or maybe you can take these vertices, you can slide them apart a little bit, and also slide this inwards. You can play around with it a little bit until it gives you the result that you want, but as you can see now it fades away and it looks pretty nice. Now another way to do this is you take this vertex over here, okay, on top of this triangle, and the diagonally opposite vertex on the other side of that quad over here. You join those two with J, okay, you press J to join those two, and then that's going to create an edge here. You do the same thing at the bottom, and you take these two edges, you're going to dissolve those with X dissolve edges. Now when you do that, you get a quad here, but we still have triangles up here, so that's not good. So we have to take care of these triangles, and to do that we just have to add a loop cut here, and we slide these vertices here inwards, because if we don't slide them in, then we have something called a concave quad, which is a quad that has an inner angle of 180 degrees or more. Okay, maybe there's a different word for it if it's exactly 180 degrees. I'm not a fucking mathematician, so I don't know, but this edge here has a vertex, so these two edges are connected by vertex, and it's exactly 180 degrees, which is usually not good. You want to try and avoid that if you can. So we're going to slide this inwards just a little bit with G or double G, and then we can also take this a little bit further, and here you go. Now it's going to also blend into the surface underneath. Now this might give you some more imperfections, so I prefer this method in this situation, but there are some situations where this might work better for you. So it depends on the situation. If one doesn't work for you, try the other one, and you're going to see that one of them is going to work. So I hope that's going to help you guys. If you want some more modeling tips, check out my Blender Masterclass course in the description. Also make sure to join my Discord server if you want to ask me a question, talk to the community. Let me know down below what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next one.